YouTube, it's definitve04, and this is my PSN and XBL comparison. First, let's start with PSN, seeing as how most people don't even pay attention to it. It's free, which is nice, and what you get for free is pretty damn good. You get a friends list, as always, messaging, a chat room, which basically functions as a party chat. I'm not sure if it has voice compatibility, but frankly, the text is good enough for what you're getting for free. Then you get, playing online, downloadable content, home, which I personally find to be absolutely useless, and then account management, but the meat of it is the PlayStation Store. This is roughly the equivalent to the Xbox Live Marketplace, and if you can't really see too well, please forgive me, it is not my fault. I am not a professional video capture person, and yeah. There we go. From here, we go to the games. And the games worth downloading here are worth it a little bit. You can download new, DLC, PS3 games that are basically small. PSP games, which I'll do in another video. PSN exclusives, and my personal favorite, the PS1 classics. Pardon me if you can't really see too well, but just bear with me. Now, people will say, oh, you can download original Xbox games for your 360. Yes, but frankly, some of those I can A, find in a bargain bin at GameStop, and B, aren't exactly worth playing, or C, people already own them. There, however, it's good if you either missed a game the first time around, then you want to play it, a game that you loved as a kid but you lost it, all that kind of crap. You got Crash Bandicoot 1 to 3, Spyro 1 and 3, the first 3 Resident Evil games, Final Fantasy 7, 8, Final Fantasy Tactics, that's your game, and a whole bunch of other. We got Medal of Honor, Medieval. Oh, we got Castlevania Symphony of the Night up there, and my personal favorite, MGS1 for the win. And we got Resident Evil and all that other good shit. 3 Spyro games, basically. Oh, and did I forget to mention the good 3 Tomb Raider games? Anyhow. These games, unlike the Xbox originals, are actually worth downloading because they're timeless classics, and some of them you just have your reasons for wanting to get. Plus, it's nice if you if you're looking for a hard-to-find game, but you just can't get it. As is the case with MGS1, as on Amazon, the prices, depending on the package, go for roughly $60. So yeah, $10 is a hell of a lot cheaper. Granted, it's not necessarily the same experience, but it's pretty good for what you get. You got demos, and the nice thing about this is that the PS3's hard drive expandability, which is useful for those of you that deny it, Drinkers 15, excuse me, you can pretty much download a crap load of demos. Some of them aren't exactly worth getting, and some of the demos give you a pretty good idea. Some aren't exclusives and shit, but you get pretty good stuff. But some demos are just represent games that are shit, like that Bourne game that came out a few years ago. The demo is fucking horrible. Probably the game is, dude. So you got all that. Then there's the video, which functions like the Xbox Live thing. You get this shit, and unlike the point system that the 360 uses, it uses PlayStation dollars, or US dollars for if you want to get technical. It is essentially using real-life currency for shit. If something is worth $20, you pay $20 plus tax. TV shows usually go for about $3, so if you got like a shitload of money, you want to spend it on a good show and all that stuff, just go here if you have a PS3 and boom, $3, all spent. We get to here. Oh, did I mention themes? You can actually download premium avatar. There's themes. There's just regular themes that change the cross-media bar, wallpapers. The majority of these are free, something that the 360 seems to lack, seeing as how we have to pay Disney dollars, Microsoft points, if you want to get a new premium Call of Duty theme. Whereas here, if you want a Call of Duty theme, just go over, wait for this to load up, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and then you get the COD 4 theme for free. Something Microsoft seems to lack the knowledge to handle, that some shit we just don't want to pay for. I got some premium stuff and dynamic, which basically like shit moves in the background, which is pretty good. But here's the thing that I like about PlayStation Network. Let's go back to the main menu. When you start up, you get to the game section of your cross-media bar, or XMB. Now, this I like because it doesn't shove countless advertisements down your fucking throat, which you would expect, seeing as how you're not paying for this. But yet, it functions like Xbox Live should, in the sense that you get a lot of good shit, some good deals, and there's no fucking advertisements up your throat. Now, for the 360 side of the equation, this is, if you can see it, the new Xbox dashboard, which was replaced with the new Xbox experience, which, in my opinion, sucks compared to the old one. Now here is where it starts. The marketplace, or Xbox, starts to really fucking sell out, in the sense that when you start up, you go to the spotlight. All I want to do, start up a game without having to, go through. All I want to do is check out some good shit. But what do I get? Instead of coming straight to the game tab, it takes you to the fucking spotlight, where you get a bunch of useless advertisements that you don't really give a shit about. Oh, look at this. An advertisement for McDonald's, if you can see the little bit of a freaking cheese coming out of the burger. Enter for a chance to win free Microsoft ones. Shouldn't this be on PlayStation Network? Think about it. If PlayStation Network is free and there's no ads, yet I'm paying $60 a year for Microsoft, why the fuck are there advertisements for shit no one cares about? Look at this. The Dr. Pepper thing, validate Tony, that's actually pretty good. There's all these partnerships and shit. Then we got Zoom and, all this other bullshit. Like, who cares? I did not buy a 360 for fucking videos and shit. It's just a nice little extra add-on. I got it for exclusive titles and all that. I'll admit, the Facebook feature is kind of nice, but I don't really give a damn. If it doesn't... Now, and yes, the Xbox Live Marketplace does have some good stuff, but it's not exactly worth it. But let's just take a look at the quick games. Seeing as how I'm trying to get under that 10-minute time limit. Memo. Can't retrieve. Status problems. Which goes to show, my $60 is going towards a lot of shit, including useless advertisements and a bunch of other shit. Whereas on PlayStation Network, when I like to add, it's free. There's no advertisements that are in your face. Yes, and in some recent updates, they put a PlayStation Store tab in the video game and, back in the PlayStation Network thing. The one was fine, but I guess, you could just use these extra too. Personally, I just keep scrolling over here by habit. You got a friends list and all that shit. It's basically Xbox Live. It's PlayStation, but you know what? It's better than Xbox Live in the sense that you are not paying for fucking advertisements. I did not pay $60 for Xbox Live for fucking advertisements. PSN, you would expect advertisements since it's free. Not a single thing get some fries and win a chance to win some PlayStation dollars. Because frankly, Sony knows that's a bunch of bullshit. This is a very more comfortable experience. The XMB has not changed since its inception with the PSP. Which goes to show, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And this just works a hell of a lot better than Xbox Live in my experience. Well, my opinion, I should say. And that's the end of my PSN XBL comparison. Stay tuned, and we'll try and wrap this